This is part 2 of how I did my mouthwashing cosplays because people asked if I could explain a little more. The first video was about props and set, but this video is about clothing and wigs. I explained in my original behind the scenes video that I thrifted all these clothes, so as long as I knew that it was the base color and the type of shirt that I could paint the rest. Daisuke's shirt was the easiest. All I had to do was paint a little collar. It's reversible, so this is the dead side, and I knew that this logo, I can't really remove it, but I knew that if I was covering it with the other shirt, that'd be fine. The shirt that I covered over top was a shirt I already had. It is a just Old Navy pink Hawaiian shirt. For Anya, I got a little kind of off-white turtleneck, and yeah, I didn't paint it all the way because we're looking to save time, and most of this is covered up. I didn't go completely straight lines with these because I thought it looked more game-like to me. I know they're supposed to be straight lines, but I figured this looked a little more like the game to me. This is the Anya, Curly, and He Who Shall Not Be Named shirt. So for Curly, I obviously just didn't have the medic thing, and I buttoned it all the way. I also just wore Daisuke's shirt underneath it when I buttoned it up. For Anya, slapped that sticker on, and then I unbuttoned it to show a little more of this turtleneck underneath. And for He Who Shall Not Be Named, you know, just roll up those sleeves a little bit. But so how I painted it was I used fabric paint medium with acrylic paints that I already had. I just used a light blue, a dark blue, and a black. The key to doing these types of things where you're trying to paint it to look like a game is look at the references constantly. These are just stickers that are barely holding on. The Pony Express one is coming off. This one is coming off. Now we're on Girly. There's a lot going on here. You can see it was just a regular blue shirt, but I added on just on the front, and not even all the way. I added on all the circles. In the actual game art, it kind of just looks like he is vomit there, but I added a little bit of blood. For the vomit, I had a little sponge, textured sponge, that I stippled on. As you can see for the shirt underneath, it is a red long sleeve shirt, so that it would kind of just look like burned skin, and then I didn't have to paint myself. With some bandages that I painted and sewed / hot glued on. Then we got the Curly mask. As much fun as special effects adding all these teeth onto my face would have been, I didn't want to do that. That's a lot of time. And could have possibly messed up while doing all the different things I was planning on doing. So I went with the easy route, and I made a little foam insert to this mask that I made. This is editing nerves, and I realized the clothing took a long time to explain, so I'm gonna do another part. It will be part two of the mouthwashing cosplays. So thanks for watching part 2. Stay tuned for part 2, and then part 3, which will be the makeup.